copy and paste from yesterday. Just copy and paste it. Can't keep a lead for one inning. It can't be scripted. I know for a fact it's not scripted, because if it was scripted, man, baseball's doing a terrible job hiding it. I don't know how you play games like this. I don't know how you can go out and score and then immediately give up the run. Get 2 runs, immediately give up 2 runs. Get a run, immediately give up 2 runs, and then just nothing. It's like yesterday. Cal hits the home run, and then Brian Wu, who's cruising, just all of a sudden walk, home run, home run. I mean, Bryce Miller wasn't great tonight or anything like that, but it's just like, how can you even lose games like this so often? How can you not hold a lead for 1 inning in one of these games? What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back and welcome in to the Seattle Mariners post-game recap. Mariners lose 5-4 to the Angels. They fall to 32-30 on the season. I have no idea where they even stand in the standings. I'm not looking at the standings until this team starts winning a few ball games, because the way they're playing it ain't going to matter. I mean, unless baseball just decides to cancel the season or something and just randomly award the Mariners a title because they felt like it. That's all I've got. As always, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new or lurking, comment your thoughts on the team and the game down below. I could use the likes, could use the subscriptions. Team's frustrating right now. I mean, it really is just like, how do you just, I thank you, by the way, to all the members that hung out during our live stream. Did have a lot of fun with all of you. I don't get it. I don't get how, like, all I asked in that stream was like, can we just hold the lead for an inning? Can I just go into the top half of an inning and see the Seattle Mariners leading? That would be nice. But no, can't do that. And then as soon as the Angels took the lead, that was just it. The Mariners don't get a runner past second base. I mean, they made Kenley Jansen look like prime Mariano Rivera out there. Kenley Jansen's been a tremendous pitcher in his career. Tremendous. But, I mean, go look at that StatCast page. It blew. It very blew. Couldn't get a base runner, something to at least entice us. Maybe they did us a favor by going down 1-2-3 and didn't tease us with a comeback. I mean, the only guy tonight that I'm kind of like, hey, Bizardo was solid. There were some good offensive performances. Julio actually had a really nice game, the triple, the single, and robbed the home run of Chris Taylor. And again, it's like, it's not even Mike Trout, Taylor Ward, Shanuel. I mean, he did have a hit. So did Neto, who's good. But it's like Travis d'Arnaud, Chris Taylor. Like, come on. That's like Mitch Garver and Donovan Solano beating you. I mean, imagine the Mariners winning a game 5-4, and it was Garver with a 2-run home run and Solano with a big double, and Solano being robbed of a home run. Like, I mean, like, just come on, guys. I mean, they did better against Hendricks, but it's like, you know what tonight was? Outside of the bullpen, Coar and Bizardo, the offense was better, but it wasn't good enough. I thought Bryce Miller was a little bit better, at least command control wise, but he was not nearly good enough. That's kind of the story, right? And when you do that, you put yourself in position to lose these games. Like, I don't want to say when I'm saying, like, I don't want to come across when I'm saying, like, oh, there's someone in a studio controlling these games and they feel scripted. I'm excusing the poor play. It's just amazing how every night seems to be the same thing over and over again. That's just incredibly frustrating. But the Mariners are doing it to themselves, right? Like, the offense can't rally and come back after giving up the lead. Bryce Miller can't hold the lead because he's not good enough right now. The offense can't come back because they're not good enough right now. Listen, there were some things that were, out of their control. Rowdy misses a grand slam by a foot. It's out in 24 ballparks. Who knows? Like, I know the Angels score 5 runs, but maybe Miller settles down with a 4-run lead and you win that ball game. But the Angels were robbed of a home run too. Julio goes up and takes one away from Chris Taylor. So it goes both ways. A crucial at bat that's going to be forgotten, but after the Julio triple, Cal's walked and steals second and third with 2 outs for Randy. Dude, come on, Randy. Like, what are you doing? Get a base knock there. 6-3, go in the bottom of the 5th or 6th. Maybe you win that baseball game. Like, there's a pretty good chance you do. And I know Randy had a couple walks today, but like, dude, we need a clutch base hit. Step up and get the hit there. Like, it's just, I can't get mad at Rowdy. He just missed the grand slam, and that's stuff that you can't control, but you can still do other things to make up for that. Bryce Miller can be better. The offense can rally against a bullpen that is, I think Zephyr John Detmers looks really good out of the bullpen. And even though, like I said, Kenley Jansen's Statcast page is bluer than the ocean, but like he's still a crafty veteran. But like you can do something against that bullpen. Like you can rally a little bit and get back into it. But I mean, they got one base runner, I think, in the eighth on the Randy walk. Dylan Moore has been dreadful. 6 pitches yesterday that he sees as a pinch hitter, swings and misses through all of them, and today kind of similar. Saw a couple more pitches, but pops it up. I mean, it's just, like I said, it has those things where you're like, oh man, baseball's just out to get us. And it does feel that way right now. It feels like the Mariners just couldn't literally not buy themselves a victory. But they're doing it to themselves in a lot of cases too here. Even Cal not that bad against Detmers, just swinging through the fastball. I mean, it's affecting everybody. It's the Seinfeld episode when George is the bad boy and Elaine's like, don't you see? George is in the bloodstream. The Mariners are in the bloodstream. Everybody's got Marineritis. Cole Young comes up and can't do anything but strike out. Like, it's just there. You can't stop it from happening. And then tomorrow, Castillo will throw 7 shutout innings, but the Mariners won't score. And then the next day, like, okay, Kirby the Mariners will score, then Kirby will give up a couple runs. I'll be in attendance during some of the D-backs game. Maybe they just need me there. Maybe they need my vibes in the building. I can't even save this ball club. Nothing. Let's get into the box score. I'm like running out of things to say. I'm exhausted. Bryce Miller, 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Did think the command control looked better. Thought he looked better early on. The velo seemed to be a little steadied out. I'm looking for silver linings, by the way. If you're sitting there going, Jay Miller was terrible, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm trying to look for some positives in his game because you need Bryce Miller. But right now, and Dan Wilson did say Logan Gilbert will make one more start at least in Tacoma. I think that's smart. Bryce Miller is the one I would send down. I trust Emerson Hancock more than Bryce Miller right now. I would send Bryce down and let him get that confidence back in Tacoma and hope he can find something. I'd give him one more start. Like I said, there were some encouraging signs, but there's just like that 0-2 pitch to d'Arnaud. Like, dude, 95 right down the pipe, 0-2. Like, you're not blowing it past a lot of people right now. Throw a splitter in the dirt. Even Soler had one that was 0-2 that he lined to left field that Randy made a nice catch on. Like, dude, too many 2-strike pitches catching too much of the play. It's either the command is way off or it's just right down the middle. There's got to be a middle ground there for Bryce, and he's just not finding it. Jackson Kowar throws a shutout inning thanks to Julio robbing Chris Taylor the home run. But Kowar's stuff looks good. That pitch to Rengifo was nasty, 97, painted the corner. And I thought Edward Bizarro, 2 shutout innings, no hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, was as good as he's looked as a Seattle Mariner. So kudos to Bizarro. He threw the ball really well and deserves credit and helped save the big guns in the bullpen, though. I mean, the way they're playing, we're never going to see the big guns. Is Munoz still on this team? Not saying I want him to pitch, but like, will we ever see Munoz again for the Mariners? Offensively, the Mariners have 8 hits, 3 walks, 4 runs. JP was 1 for 5 with a base hit. Polanco 1 for 4. Listen, it didn't hurt the team today. Move Cal into the 2 spot. Look at that 9th inning. Now, it didn't matter because nobody got on base because, of course, they didn't. But imagine if Mastroboni gets a base hit there and JP pops up or something, or JP walks. You could have Cal Raleigh coming to the plate there in the 9th inning. Would Cal make a hit or get a hit? It's not like someone that's never watched base before. Can you make a hit? Again, probably not. Baseball players make outs more than they don't. But you'd feel like you got a chance. Cal needs to have more at-bats. It's that simple. Move, but I get it, right? I'm sure if Dan were here to go, well, my lineup's not great right now. That's fair. That's 100% fair. And Polo did have a hit today and had a double yesterday, so better than nothing. But like JP 1, Cal 2, and then I kind of whatever the rest of the way. I don't really care. I mean, I wouldn't have, Leody Taveras batting 3rd or anything, but I'd probably keep Julio 3, Randy 4, Rowdy 5, Polanco 6 is probably what I'd do. Again, not a big batting order guy. I don't think that's why the Mariners, this is actually, for example, I'm not a big batting order guy. This isn't why they're losing, but man, that would have stunk if you had someone reach there and it was Polanco instead of Cal getting that at bat. So move Cal up. Just get him more at bats. Polanco was 1-for-4. Julio had a nice game. 2-for-4, the single, the triple. I didn't think that was going to. The wind was blown out to center field a little bit tonight. I thought off the bat that was a routine fly out. Just shows how strong Julio is. He robs the home run. And then even the double play he hit into. Now, it was on the ground. Elevate the ball, Julio. But it was hit hard. 104 off the bat. So Julio had a nice baseball game tonight. Good for Julio. Cal 1-for-3, had a base knock and then the walk, the intentional walk and a stolen base. Again, Cal, like even when he's not crushing it, the reputation is getting so good that, he gets the IBB. And that's why Randy needs to come through there. They're afraid to pitch to Cal. I don't blame the Angels, by the way. I'm not criticizing them for that. I wouldn't pitch to Cal in that spot either. Then he steals second because Hendricks is throwing lollipops at 82 miles per hour up there. So Cal's running to second base. Randy, and again, I shouldn't yell at someone like, dude, it's not easy to get a hit, Jay. You got to come through there, man. And deliver. Make them pay for walking Cal. It's the right decision, but make it hurt teams. Make it so they go, crap. Do we walk Cal? Do we pitch to Cal? I don't know what to do because Randy's coming through behind him. Randy goes 0-for-2, does have the 2 walks. I mean, it was a nice at-bat against Hendricks to get the walk to load him up. And the one against Detmers at least got some semblance of a rally going. But in the biggest spot, how many times I said it before with this team, some line scores that look okay. Randy has 4 at-bats. He reaches base in half of them. But in the biggest moment he had, he didn't come through. That's just kind of a microcosm of the team. Rowdy goes 1-for-2. I can't really get on Rowdy. The dude should have had a grand slam or was very close to it. Dylan Moore's got to be better. That's a spot where Dylan Moore has to come through. That's what he's on this team for, to hit in those spots against tough left-handers and to do some damage against Reed Detmers. Dylan Moore's got to be better. He's been scuffling recently. It's low-key been a problem for the Mariners because they need that to have someone that can pinch hit for Rowdy in those spots or pinch hit for Polanco or something like that because Lord knows it ain't Solano and Garver right now. Dylan Moore's got to be the guy there. Leody Taveras is 0-for-4 with an RBI. Cole Young 0-for-4 with 2 strikeouts. I mean, he's striking out against Kyle Hendricks, who doesn't strike anybody out. I mean, Cole Young's played 6 baseball games. Give him time. He's a 4-for-4 away from being fine, but not the most encouraging start after a really nice debut. We got the Cole Young walk-off on his first ever game, and the baseball gods said, you thought that was great. Now enjoy him never doing anything again. That's I mean, listen, I'm not saying the team's playing well, but baseball does not want the Mariners to succeed. Ben Williamson, a nice game. 2-for-3, single and a double. Nice game for Ben. I actually would have let him bat. I know Masterboni's been okay, but I think you reward a kid that's having a good day like that and see if he can come through against Kenley Jansen, but whatever. Masterboni pinched hit was 0-for-1. Win tomorrow. Still got a chance to win the series. Feel good with Castillo going tomorrow. He's been solid. He's been your veteran. See if you can have a big veteran start, get a W for the team. Kohanowitz has struggled. Hopefully the offense can come through. Still got a chance to win the series. It's what you go into a series hoping for is to win it. Still an opportunity to do that. I didn't feel like this team's my beard's all over the place. I've got the big sweater on here. Just give me a 40 or something here and just sums up my feelings. I'm going through the motions of this team. I mean, I don't know. I just don't have anything else. They're not getting blown out. I guess that's somewhat encouraging. They're in these games. But again, these are teams that they should be beating. So it's I can't even sit there and go, it's not like they just lost 3 one-run games to the Dodgers and the Yankees, where you can go, listen, they went toe-to-toe. It's frustrating, but those are good baseball teams. They got you. Baltimore and the Angels are now 0-4 in the last. By the way, this park is a house of horrors now for the Mariners. But you're 0-4 against those teams. The Nationals, Orioles, and Angels. You have played those teams. Somehow you won a series against the Twins. Thank goodness in there. 1-5, now 1-6 if you take their last 7 against the Angels, Orioles, and Nationals. If they were 3-4, which for the record would be bad against those teams in that stretch, you'd be sitting at 34-28. I think we'd all feel okay about that. We'd probably go, it's a little frustrating not playing great against these teams, but they're half game back of first. It's all good. It's fine, right? They're hanging in there. And it's this, what we were talking about that last year, right? When they were like 2-98 against the Angels. You just go 5-14 against them. I've really changed the numbers there. You would have made the playoffs. And by the way, could they lose more one-run games to the Angels? They're like 2-6 in their last 8 games in Anaheim, but they've actually outscored the Angels somehow. Like, dude, like being blown out stinks because it's just boring to watch. But man, are these games frustrating. And like I said, it's not like you lost one-run games to the Dodgers or to the Yankees or even to the Astros. Not trying to be little. I think Baltimore's got some talent. The Angels, I've said before, I think are actually, an okay baseball team. They've got some guys that can beat you, especially when Trout's healthy. But they're also just, when they're not pitching Soriano or Kikuchi, it's not a great baseball team. With those guys, like, I think they're probably pretty decent when they're on the mound. Talk about like when Felix would pitch for the Mariners, not comparing them to Felix, but like, that was a decent baseball team when he was on the mound. But when he's not, you need to take advantage of it. Mariners had an opportunity tonight, couldn't do it. Bryce Miller wasn't good enough, and the offense couldn't respond. Zardo was good. Have a good night, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, forever, go Mariners.